So, string theory, what exactly is it, and what does it mean for the true nature of our universe? To understand this, let's start with a quick background of the discoveries leading up to string theory. Everyone knows about the apple that fell on Newton. This incident proved to be the catalyst for his theory of gravity. Though it was widely accepted for its ability to calculate the effects of gravity, it failed to really give a reason for why it worked. Einstein, not at all satisfied with this, came up with his special theory of relativity, which found that the medium that transmits gravity is space itself. He said that space is flat if there's no matter present, but when there is, it causes the fabric of space to warp and curve, which communicates the effects of gravity. The issue is that gravity wasn't fitting into what had already been established in quantum physics. In an attempt to remedy this, superstrings theory was born. It tries to answer the question of what the basic yet invisible components that make up the world around us are. In short, string theory promised to unify all fundamental forces of the universe, a possible theory of everything. Every object is made up of atoms, which are composed of electrons that swarm a nucleus with protons and neutrons, which have even smaller particles inside of them called quarks. This is accepted common knowledge. String theory proposed that instead of these particles, there's something else. An oscillating filament of energy that looks just like a vibrating string. Like the vibration of a string on an instrument gives you a different note, the different vibrations of these strings produce different particles. This would result in each string only displaying certain frequencies, corresponding to certain energies. These resonant frequencies would depend on the length as well as the tension of the string. Hope is that these discrete vibrational modes match the properties of known particles. Theoretically, by defining a single parameter, all of the possible particles would be automatically defined. The strings themselves are one-dimensional structures that exist on the Planck scale, which is used to describe an object that is only small. What makes up these strings is unknown, and could be anything from pure mass energy, irregularities in the fabric of reality, or not really anything at all. The catch? String theory only works in 10 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. Currently, from what we can observe in our own universe, we only have 3 dimensions. Though it has been suggested that we have more, that they come in 2 varieties. There are the big and easy to see dimensions, and then there are the tiny dimensions that are deeply tucked into the fabric of space itself. So small that even though they're all around us, we can't see them. If this is correct, then the ultra-microscopic landscape of the universe is built on a huge number of tiny filaments of vibrating energy, each of their different frequencies to produce different particles. String theory says that these extra dimensions have a very rich intertwined geometry, that they fold in on themselves and intertwine into their own interesting shapes and structures. The vibrations of the airstreams in an instrument are affected by its shape. In string theory, the properties of the particles are reflections of the way the strings can vibrate. Just as those airstreams are affected by the twists and turns of the instrument, the strings are affected by the vibrational patterns and the geometry of within which they are moving. If we knew exactly what those extra dimensions looked like, then in many ways we'd be able to calculate and produce first fundamental explanation for why the structure of the universe is the way it is. The issue is that there's been no confirmed predictions of string theory. Experiments have been done, the most notable of which being the Large Hadron Collider, but it's never been proven to be successful. So obviously we don't know yet what the true nature of reality really is, and whether or not string theory is actually the theory of everything. Hopefully one day we do find the answers, and are able to truly understand the world around us, and by extension, the universe.